Every now and again, it's good to move up a tee box. The idea is simple. Put yourself in scoring range as much as possible. From the front tees, you should be able to consistently have short irons or wedges into greens, and give yourself lots of looks at birdie. The advantage to this is that by putting yourself in position to make birdies so often, you'll become more comfortable and unfazed standing over birdie putts once you begin teeing it back. Mission accomplished on the first hole, where I leave myself just 80 yards in. But another advantage of this method is that it exposes where you lose strokes inside scoring range. Like here, where I left my approach short and failed to hit a good chip. And right off the bat, poor wedge play leaves me with a long look, not at birdie, but at par. And we're forced to begin this experiment with a disappointing bogey. Of course, all of this presupposes that you're able to consistently get the ball in play off the tee. We'll talk more later about how I've managed to do that. And here on 2, a big drive allows me to go for the green in 2 on this par 5. But unfortunately my long irons and hybrids still need some work, and I'm left with a long chip here. And once again, this experiment is exposing that my game around the greens could also use some work. I'm left with about 10 feet for birdie here, and the effort comes up a bit short. But no drama, we'll card an easy par and move on. Another big drive here on 3, and unexpectedly I'll be left with a short iron in on the longest par 4 on the golf course. It's just a 9-iron for me at this elevation, and I stick it close, so we'll have another good look at birdie. But the golf gods are exposing that no matter what length you play the course at, you need to get dialed from this range if you want to go low. This is a miss for me, but it's so much better than my driver misses before I took on swing tweaks as a channel partner. For the first time, this year I put serious effort into ironing out my driver swing, and it paid dividends. We went from here to about here.
Gains. 10-yard medium high draw.
And coming into this golf off-season, I'm hoping that those of you who still haven't taken a look at swing tweaks will give it a try.
This good, guys?
Good.
It's as simple as filming your swing from the convenience of home, submitting it in the app, and receiving tailored instruction for your swing from a PGA pro. If you're serious about improving your game, I can't emphasize how valuable PGA instruction can be. It's also about the cost of a glove, much more affordable and convenient than scheduling in-person lessons. And for those of you in Australia and elsewhere, where the season is in full force, Swing Tweaks is still offering the same discount to my viewers that they do here in North America.
You're too good, Adam.
Sign up for Swing Tweaks using the code GOLFISHARD and receive 20% off your first tweak. We're still waiting for our first birdie of the day, but it's been smooth sailing and nothing but par since the opening hole. It's another short par 4 here on 7, and the first fairway we've missed since the opener. So despite having a wedge in here, from this angle I've tempered expectations to just getting this one on the green. And onto a 20-foot slider, my first real test with the flat stick today. And we'll take a 2-putt par. After 6 consecutive birdie putts and no makes, I'm hoping to stick this one close and get this round back to even par. The look is a bit longer than what I wanted,
Come on.
but no dice. We'll hope to make hay on 9. But suddenly, things go awry. This one is off the planet left, but I'll take advantage of the desert rule and take a lateral here. This is a short par 5, but playing uphill, and the first step after that drive is just to get one back in play. But suddenly, another bad golf shot. And when you're trying to go low, even the most minor of misses threatens the score. And after such a tidy front 9, suddenly we're left scrambling not for par or even bogey, but double bogey. But the chip is good, and I bang this one in.
Good 7.
Like I said, no matter how short the course, you have to make putts and avoid blow-ups to go low. And sadly, 9 was a textbook blow-up hole. There were still more than a fistful of bad shots on the front, but 6 of 9 greens is a good stat from any yardage. And stay tuned, because we put together a very tidy card on the back 9. Starting here, with another solid drive and just a wedge in. But it's a tricky elevated green, and this one comes up a bit short. But I gave this one a good run after missing a few short on the front. And I'll have a bit of a tester coming back for par. but I knock it in. On to another short par 5, and for perhaps the first time today, I'm straight up expecting a birdie here, which is why the frustration comes out after this one.
Oh, fuck!
Not only are we not putting for eagle, but it's actually a pretty tricky chip here, and my effort dies right on the crest of this ridge. And another long one for birdie, and another par. Oddly enough, it's the par 3s that are giving me the most nerves out here, especially on elevated ones like this, where the yardage is hard to judge. And now we'll need a good lag putt just to get out of this one with a 3. But fortunately, we do just that. We still haven't erased any of the damage on the front so far, and this downhill hole should once again give us just a wedge in. And lo and behold, after this approach, we'll have our best look of the day so far. It's just about 12 feet, but no good.
Knew it was moving that way?
We'll need to keep being patient. On to stroke hole 1, where I try to gather myself before this one. But candidly, I was squeezing the club a little too tight on this one, and it leads to my trademark miss, a low hook to the left side of this fairway. But the game works in the oddest ways. On the hole that I'm totally happy to card a par, the approach gets close. And at long last, we get one to go. This was poor club selection. Anything to the left and only 200 yards would be fine, and look at the trouble I get myself into. My next shot has a T-ball stance, and it exposes just how flat my swing really is. It's about as horizontal as possible while still managing to make contact with the ball, but all things considered, I'm pleased with the outcome. Although this chip is another one I'd like back. But after staying patient with the flat stick today, for the very first time, it bails us out here. It's the final par 3 of the day, and the longest approach club I've had to hit on any hole yet. It does catch a piece of the front of the screen, but it will give me a tester of a lag putt. I do get it close, and after knocking this one in, we will conclude the par 3's even par today. This uphiller is playing close to 400, and after flaring this one out to the right, I'm yet again going to have a long iron in, and another T-ball stance. I just want to put good contact on this one, but I can see now how far away I was. And the result is a 50-yard top.
That was good, right?
But we'll follow it up with a much better one, and I will have a look at escaping this hole with a par. Can the flat stick stay hot and keep this back 9 under par?
Oh, why?
Not quite. We'll settle for bogey. I love par 5 finishing holes, and even after hitting this one squarely, we can still put ourselves in position to make birdie here. I chose to lay up short of the hazard here, and after watching all 3 of my playing partners find the hazard on their third shots, I was pretty deliberate with this swing. And fortunately, it's all over the flagstick, and I'll have just a 6-foot slider to close the day with a birdie. But it's not quite meant to be, and I'll take par. With double-digit bad shots and a blow-up hole, I'm thrilled to card a 75 today. Only 3 holes above par is great by my standards, but sadly not enough birdie putts dropping prevented this one from being ever so slightly closer to even par. I plan to tee it forward more often on the channel to challenge myself to go low, and I hope you'll consider trying the same.